Howdy, folks. I'm Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some Reddit. Alright, folks. Our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not apologizing to my former bully for what my mom did to ruin her life? Throwaway account. I'm a 30-year-old female, and I have a mom who's a 51-year-old female who I love dearly despite her not being the best. When I say not being the best, I don't mean that she was directly or purposely harmful to me. She just had a lot of mental health issues that prevented her from being the most present parent. The most responsible and loving thing that she could do for me was give me to my dad, a 57-year-old male, as primary custody and didn't fight the court's recommendations for supervised visits until I was a teen. Well, without fail, my mom always showed up to my birthdays to give me presents and called me on holidays, and went to as much events as she could for me. While I was sad that my mom wasn't around all the time, my parents always made sure that I knew that it wasn't my fault and that my mom was just sick. I never really had an issue with that explanation until Tamara, a 30-year-old female, made fun of me for not having a mommy who loved me enough to want me. In her world, when parents split up, the mom always got the kids unless she didn't love them. That's how it started in an elementary school. And then Tamara started bullying me for other things. I used to come home crying multiple times, and my dad went to the school with this issue repeatedly. But since none of the adults were around when Tamara's alleged bullying happened, there wasn't much that was able to be done. For the longest time, my mom didn't know about any of this because dad feared that she would make it worse. However, when my mom saw how visibly upset I was, I broke down and I told her everything. My hair was the result of Tamara accidentally spilling a mix of glue and blue paint on top of my head. Poor form, Tamara. Poor form.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mom was very calm and comforting the whole time and asked me for Tamara's full name and any other description that I could give her of her parents and the type of car that they drove. My dad eventually was able to get me over to another school, and the following year, my mom paid for me, my dad, and her to go to the Mouse World in Florida. I never saw or heard from Tamara again until recently when she and I discovered that her boyfriend was living in the same apartment complex as me. Tamara recognized me immediately and confronted me about how my mom and I ruined her life. I had no idea what she was talking about, and Tamara told me that my mom had an affair with Tamara's father and revealed it at Tamara's birthday party. I didn't believe her and just walked away. Then, when I told my mom about it, she admitted to everything and even said that the money that she used to pay for our family trip came from Tamara's dad. I was shocked. I did some digging, and apparently Tamara's parents had a bitter divorce, were forced to sell the house, and to this day, Tamara feels a certain level of dread around her birthday. My mom feels no remorse at all. In her eyes, it was all Tamara's fault for being a bully in the first place. I definitely feel like my mom went way overboard despite understanding the why, but am I the jerk for not giving an apology? Edit to add because someone asked, and I'll try to clarify a few things. One, I don't know when the affair happened exactly. I only know what my mom volunteered in a single conversation that we had about this, and I'm almost positive I don't want to know anymore. My dad had primary custody and never told my mom, so Tamara's parents never met my mom or knew what she looked like. My mom admitted to using the information that I gave her to stalk Tamara's family before formulating a way to introduce herself to Tamara's dad. She said it took her a few weeks before she was able to actually do anything with Tamara's dad, and it lasted for a few months. My mom recorded one of her encounters with Tamara's dad and had it shown to everyone at Tamara's birthday party. My mom admitted to doing this because she wanted Tamara to regret the day that she was born. My mom ended the affair the day after Tamara's birthday, but not before cashing the check that her dad gave her. All right, folks. What do you think of that one? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. You didn't know what happened. It's your mom's action. You're not responsible for what your mother did.
Yeah, I think there were some very questionable things that your mother did.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, if she tracked this family down and using this information, that certainly probably is very unethical. But again, these were her actions. You didn't even know about them. And, you don't have any control over what your mother does. It sounds like she didn't do anything illegal because she wasn't brought to court or charged for anything. But certainly, it seems like this is a very questionable situation,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like she got the revenge on Tamara that she wanted to. Although, I mean, it's a very hard situation, right? Because Tamara was just a child, and basically OP's mother kind of, in some ways, did really wreck her life a lot. But Tamara's father is his own person. Let's not sugarcoat this. He knew he was having an affair, and if she was able to seduce him, then chances are that someone else would have been able to as well. So he was a cheater looking for an opportunity. Let's put it that way. So if OP's mom didn't do it, someone else might have come along and done it anyways, right? So it's one of these things where who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have been as hard on Tamara because it wouldn't have happened or been revealed on her birthday, but certainly there's a high chance that her family would have been broken up anyways, just
Mm-hmm.
given like people who cheat are cheaters, right? So let me know what you folks think, though. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Fit Random says, info. Did your dad talk to Tamara's parents to fix her behavior? Hats off to your mom, not the jerk. And OP replies, from my understanding, he tried. I know he scheduled meetings with the principal, but nothing ever came from it. And if the parents also refused to do anything about this, yeah, that's not a good situation either. They weren't being good parents in that regard. And Spider Boy 640 says, I want to say that everyone's in the wrong here but OP, so not the jerk. It's gross and weird what your mom did to Tamara's family. Stalking them is way out of line. Sleeping with the dad for money is wacky. And this all seems like a creative writing project, to be honest. You don't need to apologize to the bully. Her parents would have gotten divorced anyways based on how easy your mom got in there, and it wasn't your fault in the slightest. And OP replies, she didn't sleep with him for the money. She slept with him for revenge. Getting the money out of him was just extra. Which, I mean, I think that is important. Like, if she
Mm-hmm.
wasn't explicitly, hunting them down to get the money out of them. And Kamikaze Cloud says, you should tell Tamara you'll apologize for your mom if she apologizes for bullying you. If she hadn't, she would still be a happy family. Tamara told your mom that you didn't love her enough, but I guess her dad didn't love her enough either. And OP replies, that would have been an awesome comeback. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I have some tea here, and Amber's got a joke.
What goes from New York to Philadelphia without moving?
The road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was hoping for something a little more creative, like a black hole or something like that.
I was gonna say I-95 because there's that song that we used to sing in chorus class about how I-95 goes north to south.
Yeah, I could just say that I was witty and clever, but we'll just say that I heard it before because that's probably the more likely of the case. And I have licorice spice. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're all having a great weekend so far, and I hope it's all going lovely for you. Happy Sunday, and I hope you enjoyed this Sunday special. So, anyhow, take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.